Peace and blessings, everyone, and welcome back. Today's trigger word I want you to think about is retrospection. And I'm sure you heard of that word before. You probably heard it called retrospect. And it's just pretty much just saying and looking back into the history of things in your past. Now, I've heard this term years ago in saying that if you don't know what was, you will never understand what is, and you'll be ill-prepared for what is yet to come. So in retrospect, look back into your past and some of the things that you have experienced and what makes you and who you are right now. I had to look back into a lot of those things that I went through and what made me who I am today. So a lot of those things were hurt. It was a lot of pain. Some may have been afflicted, some may have been self-afflicted. So I had to look into the mirror and had to retrospect and see some of the things that I could do a whole lot better than what I used to do. I used to handle a whole lot of situations much better than what I used to do. When someone probably would do me wrong in some ill manner, I will respond in a manner where I would say would be not conducive as far as a healthy relationship. I want you to do that retrospection. I want you to look back and say, you know what? I can do a whole lot better than what I did before, because you can hurt a lot of healthy relationships. I've gotten rid of a lot of people in my circle, and I burned a lot of bridges. Now, some of those things deserve to be burned, but I had to look back and say, you know what? I could have done a whole lot better in how I handled those things. So I want you to look back and look at some of those things that you've been through and say, you know what? I can do a whole lot better than what I did. And make someone else feel comfortable in doing what they're doing, and to say, you know what? Let's go forward and let's see what we can change. Because a lot of times you can sit in the past, but it will never help you and what your situation, what you're dealing with, as far as a healthy relationship or a healthy environment. So that's one of the things where I want you to retrospect, have that retrospection to look back, learn from that past. Because a lot of those situations, what I've been through in terms of how I handled people who I used to work with, just family members, good friends who I thought probably were giving me bad advice. And I look back and say, you know what? I shouldn't have taken that advice. And so now I know, as being older and more mature and someone with a family, I can't do some of those things. So in retrospection, I want you to have that past in your subconscious mind and saying, let me be a better individual than what I am, or what I used to be, I should say. And also in retrospect, let me know in the comment section what you care to share. Or if not, I understand some of the things in your past that you've been through and what has made you who you are a person today. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Visualize a higher version of yourself. Hit the subscribe button. Peace and blessings.